Hi, I'm Rory Babin, lead singer of Snacks at Midnight. Yeah, that's me. And here, that's my little brother William. He plays piano. Next up, that's Gary Stivers. He's been playing drums with us for about a year now. This is Giovanni Covarrubias. He's a longtime high school friend and we've been playing music together for years. He plays lead guitar. And finally, this is Nicholas Harner, another longtime high school friend and a phenomenal bass player. So yeah, there you have it. We're Snacks at Midnight. And as I'm sure you know, having clicked on our page, we're releasing an album right now. The album is called Mom's Proud, and it's inspired by, well, our moms being proud. We started Snacks at Midnight 5 or 6 years ago back when we were still in high school. It was originally composed of Giovanni, Nick, and I. In fact, the very next year we wrote our first original, which will be appearing on the album, called Asking All the Questions. Since then, we've gone through 5, maybe even 6 drummers, before finally landing on Gary from Eastern Washington University, and William joined late of last year. What makes our position especially unique is that the album's already done. All we have to do now is wait for it, and when the time comes, promote. Now, obviously you're wondering, well, if the album's already recorded, where will the money be going? And I promise, I will get to that. But first, I'm going to tell you how we paid for the album in the first place. We spent the entirety of this last summer playing gigs up and down North Idaho in small and socially distanced venues. And that's how we did it. That was our gig rig. All that stuff loaded up onto one truck, and then we drive on over to where we needed to go, unload it, and start playing. We were literally a mobile venue. The truck worked great during the summer seasons when, the weather was nice. But we live in Spokane, and it doesn't last, I can tell you from experience. Nonetheless, it did its job over the course of the summer. We made over $4,000 playing at small-time bars and little venues. While we were over there, we actually gained tons of support. We had several people who came to multiple of our shows, and we were told more often than not how much fun people had coming to our shows and listening to us play. In part, this is what makes Snacks so unique. We approach music with a really diverse point of view, which has led a lot of people to gravitate towards us. For example, in our rhythm section, Gary and Nick both are jazz majors at Eastern Washington University. Not only this, but you can hear large influences from people like John Mayer and Mac DeMarco through Giovanni's playing. And in William's playing, you'll hear a lot of influences from lo-fi pieces as well as classical. As for myself, I've always been influenced by folk musicians, such as Mumford & Sons or the Lumineers, people that have really mastered the warmth of an acoustic guitar. Not only this, but we've had an awesome opportunity to play with a lot of incredible musicians, one of which was Ty Bailey, keyboardist for Katy Perry. Alright, now that you know all about us, let's talk about what it's for. All the money that we make off your appreciated support will go straight back into the music. For example, it'll help us to buy things like vinyls, CDs, and merch, which we need in extensive quantity, and often tends to be very expensive. Not only this, but the money will go right back into our equipment. As we find ourselves gaining ground in an audience, we need to start sounding better. This includes things like new microphones, new cables, and new speakers. And I could do the whole list, but it would take a while. Our final objective is a van. We would love to start touring and see the world and play our music for people all around it. This is why we need you. Obviously, every dollar counts, and we cannot begin to express our appreciation for your donations. And that's not all. Even if you can't give anything, sharing a link on Facebook is one of the most helpful things you can do. So please, consider helping. Whether it's buying a t-shirt or even just telling your friends. All of that goes a long way in our book. Thank you guys so much for any support you can offer us. We really appreciate it, especially now in these hard times.